to our channel Many Engineers. Hope you like the last video. So today we are going to discuss about types of function. So the first type is one-to-one function. Second type is many-to-one function. Third type is on-to function. And the fourth one is one-to-one and on-to function. So let's come to the first type, one-to-one function. So in this type of name, as we see, the first word denotes the input and the next one denotes the output. That means there is a one input and there is a one distinct output. So those type of function is called one-to-one function. So let's define in the same way. A function f is to a tends to b is one-to-one if for each element of a there is a distinct element of b. So each element of input have a distinct output. So those type of function is called one-to-one. It is also known as injective function. So let's give example. Consider if a1 is a member of a set a and a2 is a member of set b, then f is defined as function f is to a tends to b such that if fa1 is equal to fa2, that means each member of a have a distinct output in set b. So those type of function is called one-to-one function. So let's give one more example. Let's consider set A with the element A1, A2, A3, A4, set B with the element B1, B2, B3, B4, and A1 is mapping with B1, A2 is mapping with B3, A3 is mapping with B2, and A4 is mapping with B4. So as we see, each element of set A have a distinct element in set B. That means set A and set B is one-to-one function. Let's come to another type, many-to-one function. The first word, as I said before, is denote the input and the next word is denotes the output. So as we see, many input have one output. So those type of function is called many-to-one function. So let's define it here. It is a function for which maps two or more elements of A to the same element of set B. That means two or more input and there is a one output. So two or more elements of A have the same image in B. So those type function is called many-to-one function. Let's give example. Set A with the member A1, A2, A3, A4 and set B with the member B1, B2, B3, B4. A1 is mapping with B1, A2 is mapping with B2, A3 is mapping with B4 and A4 is mapping with B2. So as we see, the A2 and A4 have same image B2. That means there is a two input and one output. So this type of function is called many-to-one function. So here set A and set B is many-to-one function. Let's come to the third function, that is on-to function. So if there exists a function for which every element of set B there is a pre-image in set A. So those type is called on-to function. So as we say that every set B have a pre-image in set A. So those type is called on-to function. Let's give example to clarify this definition. Let's consider set A with the element A1, A2, A3, A4, set B with the element B1, B2, B3. So A1 is mapping with B1, A2 is mapping with B2, A3 is mapping with B3 and A4 is mapping with B2. So as we see that each element of set B there is a pre-image in set A. So this type of function is called on-to function. This is on-to function. So we can say here set A and set B is on-to function. Just most important is there should not be any remaining member here. If there is a remaining member, then it is not on-to function. If there is no remaining member here and each element of set B has a pre-image in set A, then those type is called onto function. Let's come to the last one. As we see from the name itself, it's called one-to-one and onto function. So in which case the function is one-to-one and onto function if this satisfy both condition of one-to-one and onto function, then those function is called one-to-one and onto function. So let's define it. A function f is one-to-one and onto if the function f is both one-to-one and onto function. So as I mentioned, if the function satisfy both one-to-one and onto, then that function is called one-to-one and onto function. In other words, the function f associates each element of A with a distinct element of B, that means on one-to-one function, and every element of B has a pre-image in E, that means onto function. So as we say that if the function satisfies two conditions, one-to-one and onto function, then those type is called one-to-one and onto function. Let's give the example. Let's consider set A with the element A1, A2, A3, A4, B with the element B1, B2, B3, B4, and A1 is mapping with B2, A2 is mapping with B1, A3 is mapping with B4, and A4 is mapping with B3. So as we see, the first condition is one-to-one. So each element of set A has a distinct element in set B. That means this satisfies the first condition, one-to-one function. And the next condition is onto function. So every element of set B, there is a pre-image in set A. That means this also satisfies the next condition, onto function. So in this case, we can say set A and set B is one-to-one and onto function. So thanks for watching guys. For any question or suggestion, please email us at mainengineers@engineer.com.